let us all do we can to build a better future.
So Joe Biden's not having the best time. He's running out of bombs. It's never good. He had two really good friends. He had his Italian friend who helped him learn to touch people. Let's say, and he's now resigning from office because of that. And now something else is happening that's making Joe Biden's day just a little bit harder. The Gavin Newsom recall that's happening in California. Those are like his two best friends. It's like his right and his left arm. And without them, he can't like grab and hug women like little tight. He doesn't have those hands. I mean, he can try and do it with one hand. At least that's possible. And he doesn't want to lose it. So let's talk about it. Joe Biden made a statement on Thursday supporting California Governor Gavin Newsom and urging voters to vote no on the Golden State's upcoming recall election in September. Quote, Governor Newsom is leading California through unprecedented crisis. He is a key partner in fighting the pandemic and delivering economic relief to working families and helping us build back a better economy better than ever before. He's taking on the climate crisis and standing up for the rights of women and immigrants and LGBTQ community. President Biden said in a statement that someone had written to him on a napkin. I don't know, of some nature.
What?
What? I was just ad-libbing.
Oh my.
And he knows how to get the job done because he's been doing it, which is why there's a recall. And to keep him on the job, registered California voters should vote no on the recall election by September 14th and keep California moving forward. The recall effort against Newsom was launched. By the way, this wouldn't have happened if the vote isn't close. It's close. The recall effort against Newsom was launched in January 2020 in response to the governor's response to the coronavirus pandemic, which led to the closure of schools and businesses, even as Newsom himself was photographed violating state restrictions on indoor gatherings. Do as I say, not as I do. A poll found that 48% of California voters support Newsom remaining in office, but 43% of those now said they would like to recall him. In that poll by Emerson College and Next Star Media, conservative talk show host Larry Elder led all challengers with about 16% because they're saying who goes there. And it's very much like when Nancy Pelosi, we were trying to do force the vote. Well, if this happens, you'll get a Republican. It's California. No, you won't. What are you, insane? Is their point still literally that if you recall this guy, a Republican, which has currently 16% support, is going to replace him? Are you nuts? Do you need to be under a conservatorship? Elder, a 69-year-old Republican, is followed by businessman John Cox at 6% and former San Diego Mayor Kevin Falconer at 6%. Also, aren't we always told during the presidential elections back when Bernie was leading that shut up, it doesn't matter until the election happens and people get their name out there, except now where it apparently does matter when it's in their favor. And then the state assemblyman, Kevin Kiley, and Jenner who? I don't know, just Jenner, are at 4% each, according to the poll. So this is what I'm going to call a stupid everything. Joe Biden's being stupid and trying to interfere with California. I get he likes that right arm to grab, and he just might not have it for a bit. His replacement will probably help him out, so it'll be okay. He'll have a reach. And but Biden... shut up. Just shut up. I know you're reading other stuff that people are written for you because you can't have your own mental thoughts. But shut up. We don't need you involved in this. Let California pick for California. If they don't want their governor for a lot of reasons that we've been reading over the last 2 years, which were really draconian, took away people's right, huge issues, let them decide. You don't get to say, it's hard for you to say anything, but you don't get to say what people do. And by the way, to everyone watching, in case someone asks you, no, recalling a Democratic governor in California won't make the next one Republican. That's just stupid. And whoever told you that, I'll leave it at that.
Look, here's the thing. Democrat, Republican, it doesn't matter. They're both part of the same team, and that is with Wall Street, big banks, and major corporations. So let's look at first. Let's go out on the East Coast and look at Governor Cuomo. That's right, Cuomo-sexuals, and vote blue no matter who. I'm going to go after your little hero. 11 women have heroically stepped up and came forward. One with stories of abuse, harassment, assault happening from the governor. It's been an ongoing thing where, again, they've been threatened by not only by the governor himself, but by aides. There have been reports of where assemblymen and women and even New York State senators were threatened by Governor Cuomo and his aides, or Governor Cuomo had an administration that bullied the entire New York State Assembly, had blackmail material probably on them, and also did corrupt things with some of these lawmakers as well. We cannot forget that under Governor Cuomo's administration, slave labor was used to make hand sanitizers. When Governor Cuomo was writing his fantastic book about leadership, there was a possibility, and there's still an ongoing investigation of whether or not they use state resources for that. And then finally, the most important one of them all, 15,000 senior citizens died because of how the Cuomo administration handled the nursing homes. 15,000. They are flesh and blood human beings who have friends and family members asking questions about what happened, who is responsible. The Governor Cuomo's administration is responsible. They died because of the administration's handling of that situation.
And
15,000 people.
And then like for California, like I still remember that video of that woman who was trying to open up a restaurant but couldn't because it was illegal and unsafe. But then she turned around and they were putting together a catering suite for a Hollywood movie, and that was fine. Again, America decided to do the worst possible action, and California especially, which is shut down everything for the quarantine except the people that gave them money. Those can stay open. But everyone else needs to go home. But no, we're not going to actually help you fund everything. And, you're behind on your rent? Well, that sucks. Eat it.
One last thing, too. Again, when everyone talks about, or if you run into a vote blue no matter who, or K-Hive, or a Cuomo-sexual, and they talk about how Cuomo was such a great leader and how he made them feel comfortable, say this, 15,000.
Yeah.
Remember their names. 15,000. Someone praises Cuomo, you say 15,000. Someone speaks highly of Cuomo, you say 15,000. Anyone ever acknowledges any of Cuomo's accomplishments, remember 15,000.
Yeah.
Those are human beings. They're not just numbers on a piece of paper. Not numbers on a piece of paper. 15,000. You say it. You type it out. You text it. You scream from the rooftop. 15,000. And as for, again, Governor Newsom, well, he did it to himself. He could have been more progressive. He could have done a lot of things. Shout out to the Convo Couch when we had him on the show, and they were talking about how Governor Newsom was a complete jagoff. What more can I say about Newsom is that this recall, he did it to himself. Yeah. He was his own worst enemy. So that's what I think of Newsom. That's what I think of Cuomo. And that's what I think of anyone hero-worshiping these politicians. They don't deserve to be hero-worshipped. Remember the 15,000.
Yeah.